example. So now you look at this problem. So this is called, we call it cross tabulation. So we are comparing the blood group OAB AB with male and female in a classroom setup, and the blood group O males is 20 and blood group O and females is 20. So this totals, we call them as marginal totals. So the column totals as well as the row totals, they call it, we call that as marginal totals. And the 100, now you see that is the grand total. So now, this is another scenario where, an example, an outbreak of food poisoning occurs in a group of students who attended a party. So here you see in the row variables, ate barbecue and did not eat barbecue, and ill, not ill. So those who ate barbecue and got ill is 90. Those who ate barbecue and did not get ill is 30. So the total for the number of students who ate barbecue is 120. Similarly, did not eat barbecue and who got ill is 20 students. Did not eat barbecue and not get ill is 60. So the number of students who did not eat barbecue on that day is 80. So you have the row total, so 120 and 80, and the column total is 110 and 90. The grand total is 200. So this we call it as the two-way classification table, or the cross tabulation.
So I got a question.
Yes, please.
So when you say ill, does it mean sickness?
Yes, exactly.
So after eating barbecue, the people became sick?
Sick, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So now we call this as marginal probabilities, named so because they appear on the margins of a probability table. It is probability of single outcome. In example number 1, the probability of male, the probability of blood group A. So probability of male is equals to the number of males divided by the total number of subjects. That means the total number of students. So if you look at the table, you see the number of males are 50 and the total number of students is 100. So probability of choosing a male is 0.5. Now we look at the conditional probabilities of the same example. Now before that, I just want to show you the addition, how the addition rule of probability works here. So as the example shows that A and B are mutually exclusive, right? So the formula which I wrote already. So probability of A or B, which is same as probability of A union B, which is equals to probability of A plus probability of B, right? So they are mutually exclusive. That means one event happens, the other one event cannot happen. So in other words, if you draw it in a Venn diagram, right? So these two are totally disjoint. There is no common. So this is A and this is B. So they are totally disjoint. There is no common areas in between. Okay. So there is an example for this, the same example. So if you look the probability, the same the number of students, male, female, and the blood group classification. If you see that the probability of being either blood group O or blood group A. So let O be a student with a blood group O, R, so union. So because we have to look at the R there, right? R stands for the union. So probability of O union A, blood group A, is equals to, since a person with the blood group O and the blood group A are mutually exclusive, because a person cannot have both the blood groups. They can have either O or A, right? So if O is there, A cannot be there. If A is there, O cannot be there. Okay, so they are mutually exclusive. So that's why we have to use this formula here. So this is simply probability of O plus probability of A. So from the table, you can see that the number of students with the blood group O is 40 over the total number of students, that is 100, plus the number of students with blood group A is 35 and the total number of students is 100. Okay, so this is 75 over 100, so that is equals to 0.75. So that means 75% of the students are with either blood group O or blood group B. So I hope this is very clear to you all.